So I made it here, but I have to be, you know how hard it is for someone who looks like me to try to be incognito? Imagine how it was when I had Omar. My only thought was taking him to the vets. I was planning on returning him, and then I kept thinking about the fact that neither, Donald nor his mother were ever going to take Omar to the vets. He hadn't been in years, and I just knew them. They wouldn't, and I couldn't return him. Not to them, not to the man who had choked me while his mom watched. They didn't deserve Omar, even though Omar loved them, and that's who I was thinking about, But now, this hospital, that I don't even know if they're going to let me in. It's a wonder I haven't had a fucking heart attack or stroke, whatever is caused by obscene stress, okay? I don't even know if they're going to let me in. I'm tired of living like this. I am so done. I'm so fucking done. This hospital happens to be in the city where one of my cousins lives, who happens to be the daughter of the aunt who passed away this past summer. She's the same one who just viciously would ever returned that my mom had always sent her kids, and said, just so you know, as I said, the birthday cards and $10 checks to all the children. Marion was rich, my mother was not, but she still did that. You think Marion did that? Sent it all to her niece and sent $10 every birthday to all her nieces and nephews? Of course she fucking did it, okay? But whatever. I'm tired of living like this. I'm walking down the street. I have no idea. For all I know, my cousin could live like close by here. I don't know, And even if she didn't, it's the same city. It's the weekend. I mean, come on. It's a Saturday. She could be out shopping, The bus drop me off at some kind of mall or wherever. I'm just saying, it's so ridiculous that I have to live like this when I didn't even do anything wrong. But I had to go to CVS and I had to buy camera memory. I left my camera memory at home. And I have to have camera memory. Well, first of all, if I did run into my cousin, I was going to say to her something. I would just say, I don't want to talk to you. And I said, and sarcastically, I'd be like, if you're going to go tattle on Marion to me, go ahead. Do your mother, who I know would never behave so malicious towards me, proud, and then walk away. Because there'd be nothing that I could do. Remember, Marion smearing my name left and right, I don't even know if the fucking hospital is even going to let me in. I could be on some kind of blacklist and there's nothing that I can do about it, okay? But I sure as hell will record myself in front of that hospital saying I'm at X hospital, and I'll give my aunt's first and last. I won't give my mom's name, but I'm at my name. I'll give my first and last name. I am this at this hospital, and my aunt, blah, 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 Miriam, whatever, has arranged for it in cahoots with my mom's psychologist and social worker that I can't visit my own mother, okay? Do I think that's going to happen? I don't put anything past anything anymore. Seriously. I'm tired of living like a goddamn animal, I have to sneak over here. I have to worry about my cousin seeing me when I'm walking down the street or walking to CVS or wherever, Sick of it. It's hard for me to be inconspicuous, Think about when I took Omar. When I took Omar, I had to get to the police station because I thought they would have had a record of the fact that I'd called them the night before and whatnot. No. And I didn't have my paperwork with me. Remember, I left with the clothes on my back, and it was Los Angeles. I was wearing tiny little shorts and a tiny little top. It got cold that night. So when I had to sit in that police station with Omar, and he didn't understand what was going on, I only had him on a leash, and he was growling at everybody, and the black people, the African-American people, said, oh, that dog doesn't like black people, No, he doesn't like anybody, and he's scared, and I took him from his home. Because those people didn't deserve him. Not if he can. No, I'm sorry. Even though Omar loved them, I could, there's no saying that one or both of them wouldn't have turned on Omar. I'd seen signs. She was cuckoo, blaming Omar for peeing everywhere, yet her son's the one who refused to get Omar neutered, He's going to pee everywhere forever, And he just is bad, so they didn't deserve Omar, I'd had little hints that they both might eventually turn on Omar, but regardless, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they didn't buy Omar, they didn't pay for the majority of Omar's expenses, and my mother gave me the $900 to get Omar for $7 and to pay for his vet bills and it's shots and whatnot. He was my dog. But do you think that they didn't immediately get in their car? She didn't get in her car and they went looking for me? I went back roads. Omar and I knew how to run. We both ran. Omar can run. He's not some fat little pug. He runs. And as soon as we got out of that complex, that townhome, I had him in my arms. I took off. I had a very brief, and I went the fucking back roads. I mean, I'm sorry, not the back alleys where they couldn't bring the cars down. You know, I knew where to go. And then I got to the library, and then I said, please help me, I have to get, you know, I'm in trouble, I have to get my dog to the vet, and, you know, when I happened to bump into somebody I knew from that place where I had done my community service for being caught drinking a Steel Reserve beer behind the local Rite Aid. It was a bullshit thing, too. Anyway, so you'd think I was in trouble, and then when I had at some point, days later, I had to go back to my storage area unit. I told you it's right there, okay? I had Omar. I had to go back there because I didn't have warm clothes, and I was fucking freezing to death. I had to go back. And of course, when I did, I was terrified. Every time when I had to go back. Even when I was going to fly home, I had to go back to my storage unit and I had Omar with me. And it was right there, and they could have seen me. I mean, I've been living on the edge for so fucking long. I need a fucking break, you know. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to see. And if I can't, I told you what I'm going to do. If I'm not allowed to see my mother, this is war. I'm not going to give up, you know. I am not going to just pretend I never had a mother. I am not going to give up, you know, let them take my mother from me without a fucking fight.